3 women and a man were all found stabbed to death in London this morning. Metropolitan Police say a man, known to the victims, has been arrested on suspicion of murder after the discovery in the early hours. Police were called at roughly 1:40 a.m. to reports of a disturbance at a home in South Bermondsey, with one witness claiming a group of armed officers run into the home. Inside, police found 4 people believed to have been stabbed to death. Despite the efforts of emergency services, all 4 people, 3 women and a man, were pronounced dead at the scene, Scotland Yard said in a statement. Have you been impacted by this incident? Email webnews@mirror.co.uk. A large police presence remains this morning. Image, Jeremy Selwyn. A large police presence remains at the scene this morning, where a large barrier has been erected to block the road and several forensic tents are in place. An alleged witness has told of seeing police jump out of their cars with rifles, after 7 or 8 police cars as well as 3 ambulances arrived at the. There were 7 or 8 police cars and 3 ambulances, the neighbor told My London. Police jumped out with rifles. We heard them go in, then all of a sudden it just went quiet for a little while. Then we saw the forensics people go in. The Met have said that officers are in the process of contacting next of kin and that post-mortem examinations will be arranged soon. A man has been arrested on suspicion of murder and taken to a South London police station where he remains in custody. 4 forensic tents were erected at the scene. Image, Jeremy Selwyn. Detectives from Specialist Crime are investigating. It is thought that all 5 people were known to each other and inquiries continue to establish the circumstances. The bodies were found in an address in Delaford Road, which is close to the well-known Old Kent Road and South Bermondsey Tube Station. It is also near to Millwall FC's ground The New Den. One man who lived on the street told the Mirror, "It's always been very quiet. People don't talk to each other, I didn't know them." Residents said that the community was in shock. Image, PA. I just saw all the police here when I got up for the school run. Everyone is just in shock. Residents were asked to stay inside their homes in the early hours as officers set up a cordon. People living in the area said that a helicopter flew overhead for a prolonged period of time before 4 forensic tents were erected in the road. The bodies were found in a home in Delaford Road, South London. One woman, who lives one road along, said her street was closed off for a short period but had been reopened by 9 a.m. She said that Delaford Road residents were not being allowed to leave, although some had claimed online that police had given permission to some to exit their homes. Photos from the scene show 4 forensic tents set up in the road and forensic investigators at work. Police at the scene of the mass stabbing in Southwark. Image, Jeremy Selwyn. At 10 a.m. about a dozen people gathered at the end of Delaford Road, which had been sealed off by a tall police barrier obstructing the view. Kyriakos Pieri, the chairperson of the Tenants and Residents Association, told Southwark News, "Of course we are saddened by what happened." Another resident, who said has lived on the estate all her life, said that the killings were shocking. More to follow.